heart of a quiet forest lived a very big, very gentle bear named Bartholomew. Most bears collected berries, honey, or shiny stones, but Bartholomew collected something far more unusual: dreams. Every night, when the stars blinked awake and the moon rose high, Bartholomew padded softly out of his cave, carrying an old woven basket. He moved so quietly that not even the owls heard him pass. He wandered through towns and villages, peeking into the open windows of sleeping children. And there, floating above their heads like soap bubbles, were dreams. Bright, shimmering, glowing dreams in every shape and color. Some were golden and round like lanterns. Some were long and silvery, trailing sparkles. Others shimmered with rainbows that danced like paintbrush strokes. Bartholomew carefully caught each dream in a glass jar. Plink went the lid, gentle as a whisper. Then he set the jar safely in his basket. He never kept the dreams for himself. Oh no, Bartholomew was the forest's guardian of dreams. He stored them in his cave to keep them safe from storms, from winds that might blow them away, and from shadows that sometimes tried to snatch them. By morning, when the sun peeked over the hills, Bartholomew would return each dream to its owner. The children would wake smiling, never knowing their dreams had been tucked away in the bear's gentle care. One night, after a long evening of collecting, Bartholomew returned to his cave. His shelves glittered with jars of light, each one glowing softly, making his cave look like a starry sky turned inside out. "Ah," he rumbled happily, sitting down. "Safe and sound, every last one." But just as he closed his eyes, plink, a lid popped off a jar. Bartholomew's ears twitched. He turned his head just in time to see a dream slip free. It shimmered bright blue, shaped like a tiny bird made of light. The dream fluttered toward the cave opening. "Oh dear," he said, lumbering to his feet. "Come back, little one. You'll get lost out there." But the dream chirped softly, flapped its glowing wings, and darted into the night. Bartholomew grabbed his basket and hurried after it. Through the forest they went, the glowing dream darting between the trees like a firefly, and Bartholomew following as quietly as his big paws would allow. The dream slipped through a patch of tall grass where fireflies danced. For a moment, Bartholomew lost sight of it. But then, there! The little glowing bird zipped across a stream. Bartholomew splashed after it, water droplets clinging to his fur. "Wait, little dream, you belong to someone." The dream only sang a soft chiming note and flew higher. Bartholomew followed it up a hill, where the moon poured silver across the land. As he climbed, he wondered, "Why would a dream fly away? What are you searching for, little one?" The dream gave no answer, but it slowed, as if waiting for him. At the top of the hill, the dream paused beside a sleeping fox curled in the grass. The fox twitched in her sleep, whimpering softly. Bartholomew knelt. "She's having a bad dream," he whispered. The glowing bird fluttered close to the fox's head, then shh! It brushed its light across her fur. The fox sighed, and her whimpers melted away and settled into peaceful sleep. Bartholomew's heart softened. "Ah, that's why you escaped. You wanted to help." The dream flitted off again, and Bartholomew followed. Next, they came to a pond where frogs were croaking. A small boy sat by the water's edge, head resting on his knees, half asleep with tears on his cheeks. He had wandered away from his cottage and fallen asleep in the grass. Bartholomew tilted his head. A lost child. The dream bird fluttered down, circling above the boy. Its glow wrapped him in a cocoon of light. Slowly, the child smiled in his sleep and whispered, "Home." He stood, still half dreaming, and began walking back toward the village path. Bartholomew's eyes twinkled. "You are a kind little dream." Through the night, the glowing bird led Bartholomew across fields and meadows. Wherever it flew, it shared its light, chasing away shadows from deer, comforting owlets in their nests, and even sprinkling sparkles across the sky so the stars twinkled brighter. Finally, the dream fluttered toward a cottage on the edge of the forest. Inside, a little girl lay sleeping, her brow furrowed. She tossed and turned, whispering sadly, "Papa, come home." Bartholomew knelt by the window. "Ah," he murmured softly, "so you belong to her." The glowing bird slipped through the open window and perched gently on the girl's chest. Its light spread over her like a blanket, warm and safe. Slowly, her frown faded, and a soft smile bloomed. "Papa," she whispered again, but this time her voice was calm, peaceful, hopeful. The dream bird folded its glowing wings and sank into her heart, returning to its rightful place. Bartholomew let out a long, happy sigh. The forest was quiet now. The stars had begun to fade, and a pink glow touched the edge of the sky. Bartholomew trudged back to his cave, his basket empty, but his heart very full. He sat on the stone floor, surrounded by shelves of softly glowing jars. He looked around at them and whispered, "Each of you has a purpose. You are not just for safekeeping. You are meant to comfort, to guide, to bring light when it's needed most." He placed his big paw gently on the jar that had been empty and smiled. From that night on, Bartholomew didn't only collect dreams to keep them safe, he also listened for when they needed to fly free. And when they did, he followed to make sure they found the hearts that needed them most. And so the children in the villages grew up with dreams that never left them, not even in the darkest nights. Because somewhere in the forest, a big, gentle bear kept watch, guarding their dreams with jars of starlight, and sometimes letting the bravest ones escape.